everyone, Janie here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a side easel card with a pop-up front, or as Paul Ford calls it, a vertical easel card. I saw his tutorial last year and I've been so eager to introduce you guys to this awesome and easy card fold, as well as introducing you to Paul Ford's YouTube channel. I'll have a link below in the description box, and I hope you check out his channel because I think you're going to love it. Okay, now let's get started. For this card, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, which is a half a sheet of cardstock. And we're going to score that in half. So half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. And half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. And 1/8 is that little line just past the 2. Now, if you don't have a scoreboard, then what you're going to do is you are going to fold that in half, like so. And then you're going to pick one side to fold in half again. And so you're going to just fold that right up to the other score line. So really simple. I've showed this fold in several videos for making easel cards. So that's it. Fold it in half, fold it in half. We have our base and we're ready to move on. Next, you're going to need two pieces that are 2 inches by approximately an inch. And you're going to score that in half at 1 inch, or you can just fold it in half without having to score it. So just like this. And it is that simple. Now we have these two pieces that are part of the mechanism we're going to be making. Okay, now it's time to add the little mechanism that is going to make this work. So here is your fold on the front of your card, and here are our little pieces with the fold right here. And we are going to attach just this back half right up next to the fold. We're going to do the same thing, with this one. We'll put adhesive right there, and we're going to put that right up next to the fold. You don't want to put it over the fold, but you want to put it right up next to the fold. And you can do this in the center. You can do it up higher. Wherever it is that you want to place whatever is going to be going across the card, you'll see in a minute. I want mine in the middle. Okay, so let me get started on this. Okay, those are on there. For right now, we can have those two little tabs standing up because we are going to need to cut the panels for either side. And you can cut them to whatever size you normally like to do for whatever size border that you want. I have done mine at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Let me double check that. Yep, that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 for each of these panels. And they are just going to get glued right here on the front like so, with these two pieces standing up. And I've cut a panel for the inside that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And so I am just going to glue that right here in the center of the inside. And now that that's in, it is time to put in the sentiment. Now, I want to say that you can do the inside any way you want. You can put in more layers. You can make your sentiment small or large. A lot of it is going to depend on where you're going to put your stopper, because on a normal easel card that would go like this, you have something here to prevent this from sliding down so that it stands up. And you could put flowers, buttons, or a strip with some foam tape under it. Totally up to you, but keep that in mind when you're putting your sentiment in. And I did this one at 2 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and I'm going to put it over here to this edge, leaving that space right there. Before I finish the inside by putting the stopper pieces over here, I want to do the front first, just so I could lay everything down flat. So I'm going to set this aside, and this is what I'm going to be using on the front of my card. And while I'm gluing this onto this piece, I just want to tell you that I did what so many people say can't be done. Okay, hold on a second here. I'm putting this glue on here. So I printed the image using my inkjet printer, and I printed it on white cardstock from Staples. So this isn't anything special. This isn't Nina cardstock or anything like that. This was an inkjet printer, and yes, I colored that with my Spectrum Noir alcohol ink markers. So many people say that you cannot do that, and I had been doing it for years before I was told it couldn't be done. So I always found that quite entertaining, that I'm being told you can't do that, because yes, you can. Okay, so now with that done, it's time to attach that to the front. So I'm going to put these little tabs down. I'm not going to glue them down. You're not going to glue them down. We're going to put glue right here, and then we are going to take this piece and lay it on there right where I want it. Okay, so isn't this easy? I mean, seriously, I have made videos for you doing easel cards, and I'm really glad that I found this on Paul Ford's YouTube channel, because there's all kinds of easel cards, and this is one that I had never seen before. And actually, what you guys are seeing right now is the first time I've ever made one. So my first attempt is happening right here on camera for you, so you can see how a beginner does this. I'm not a pro. I haven't made these cards. I saw it on Paul's channel months ago, and I've been wanting to do a video on this, and you know, I never seem to get around to it, and I am. So for all of you beginners out there, I was a beginner doing this, and you know, you don't even have to use, I mean, obviously I stamped, I colored, I die cut. You can have something pre-made to stick on the front. A lot of pre-made things come in paper pads. You know, they'll have the papers, and then they'll have a thing with like either tags or little sentiment things you can cut out. So if you don't color, if you don't have die cuts to do this with, you can still do this. Okay, so I've got it on there, and let me make sure I'm not sticking it where I don't want it to stick, because you know how glue is, sometimes it rolls over the edges. Okay, so then when the card is open, it does that. Is that cool or what? So here it is, you know, laying down so you can see it this direction. So here was the card. We're going to pop it up like an easel right there, and this is what it looks like. So cool. Okay, so now we've got that done. The only thing left for me to do is put my little stopper elements right here. And like I said, you could use flowers, you could use buttons, you can use foam tape to pop up just a strip of paper, whatever you want to do. So let me go get what I'm going to use, and I'll be right back. Okay, so absolutely everything that I am using is from my stash, and some of it is just years old, and I encourage you all to use things from your stash. Don't go out and buy new stuff, okay? Really, we all have plenty of stuff. If you have, you know, a craft room, go through it and find stuff that you already have that you can use. And that's exactly what I did here. I had these little red heart buttons and this red and white twine that I tied to it to be balloons, because this is a red heart balloon, and I thought that would be perfect to put down the side. So I am going to glue these on, and I'm going to glue the one with the longest one on first. And guess what? I'm going to do this off camera just so that I know that I have everything exactly where I want it, and I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, I've got my little heart balloons on there with little strings hanging down, and I kind of tied them together right here at the end. In fact, I think I might put a little bit of glue right there to make sure nothing moves. And these are actually still drying, and you're going to see better pictures because I'm looking at my computer screen and these look orange, they're bright red. So this is the card. It opens up like so, and I'm being really careful because those are not completely dry yet, but I'll take some pictures. But that's how it's going to sit up. So let me go take some pictures so that you can see from a better angle. Well, as you can see, I decided it needed a little something more and added some coordinating blue enamel dots to the front of the card. And I'm showing you a variety of views so that you can get a better look. And now for my second card that I made off camera. I absolutely love it because it is pink and frilly with lace and pearls and flowers, and I am just so happy with how it turned out. I hope my tutorial was easy to follow, and I hope you give it a try. Oh, and don't forget to stop by Paul Ford's YouTube channel. I put a link below in the description box so you can easily find him. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.